Hello everyone! I just wanted to quickly say that this video is on a competitive scale how good the tribes are and that this is all my opinion. This is part 1 of part 3. Part 2 will be how fun is each tribe. Tier list. It will show each tribe how fun it is to play, and not on a competitive scale. Firstly, we have Imo. They start with the meditation tech, which gives them an early monument and not much else. They're not terrible, but not good either, so C tier. Secondly, we have Aquarian. Wow, they can walk on water. So cool. The only thing they have going for them is basically just buff catapults. Just because they're a special tribe, I will go low C tier. Next is Barda. We already know. Straight up to S tier, one of, if not the best tribe in the game. They are so good because they can level their capital on turn 0, giving them a serious economic advantage. Next is Samanti. They are good in the early game, but bad in the late game, good for crushing beginners, like me. So a tier. Next is Illyrian. I'm going to be honest here and say I don't know much about them, so middle. And now, Hudrik. Poor Hudrik. They are portrayed like a villain in a film. Therefore, with Illyrian, they aren't good nor bad either. Now, Imperius. They are almost the same to Barda, except their recourse distribution is more vague. Next up, Kiku, my favorite tribe. I will try not to be biased here, but they are actually good. They start with fishing, which gives them early control of the seas. And they can level up their capital on turn 0. S tier easily. Next, Luxador. Now, they have their capital leveled up on turn 0. So easy, S tier. Although they have no starting tech, which bugs me. Next, Umaji. Just because they can move fast doesn't mean they're good, but they're not that bad either. Now for Polaris. If this was part 2, this would be a completely different story. But they're only good in the late game. They can stop opponents' units from moving, which I love, but it takes them a little while to get to that point. And we are basing this off a 1v1 196 tile lakes map, which doesn't give them enough time. Therefore, it depends. Next, Quetzali. They start with strategy, which gives them good defense but bad offense in the early game. C tier. Next is Vengel. They are rubbish. Rubbish. Bin. Next is Xinzai. They start with the climbing tech, which gives them good information of the surrounding area in the early game, but they are not as good as any of the S tier tribes, so a tier. Well, come on then. I'm too lazy to go back so. Perfect. Last 2. Yadik is just a better, more goated version of Umaji, and they have a sick soundtrack. Now lastly, Zebasi. They feel awfully a lot like a distant family member to the S tier tribes. They're not quite there. They start with farming, which feels very off as it costs 5 stars to level up your capital on turn 0 instead of the usual 4. A waste of 1 star. Their recourse distribution is somewhat similar to Imperius. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Part 2 will be out tomorrow. Bye!